and welcome to monthly mindfulness sessions, tips and techniques for working with anxiety. Every month we have a different theme, a theme that works with alleviating symptoms of anxiety, whether that's physical symptoms or emotional in the mind. The reason why we have different techniques is that just like anything, just like certain books, certain authors, certain classes, certain education topics, will resonate with some people and won't with the others. So what we aim to do with these monthly sessions is basically explore different techniques, and sometimes they will really resonate with you and will be your go-to tool. Sometimes might just be, yeah, that was nice, that was okay. However, that might come in useful later, so it's always good to know the different things that work at different times. Sometimes we can be extremely anxious and one of our techniques might not work. However, another one might, so it's always good to have knowledge of the different ones. And I'll come on to that. So mindfulness, as we know, is often described as trying to live in the now. And when sometimes we use the word try, it comes along with those other negative words like should and this kind of thing. And living in the now is about being present, but it's much harder than it sounds. It's very natural for us to think about the future and think about the past. It's definitely a unique trait of human nature. And so planning and being prepared and organised is a very useful quality, as is looking back and reflecting and learning. So there's nothing wrong with being in the future and being in the past. When you're mindfully doing it, when you're using it for something positive for yourself, when you're choosing to. The only time it becomes a problem for us is when we are constantly in the future or worrying too much about things that may or may not happen, or it's becoming extreme or chronic. And that's the same in the past as well. So when we're in the past, it could be that we're constantly living in a different life, a different experience that we used to have. We struggle to let that go. Or we're worrying about what we said or what we could have said, or we could have said it in a different way and so on. And we're all guilty of this. What's important is just to recognise when you're actually doing that and to kind of do an intervention with yourself. That intervention can be anything from just taking a moment to breathe. It can be, I'm going to take a walk now and just calm down. It could be a class to shift your perspective, like a yoga class or something that you're really interested in, or one of your hobbies, or so on. And EFT is one of those techniques. So we have this kind of a spiral where we can start off with a little bit of concern, a little bit of too much thinking and worry, and that can lead down into our extreme anxiety. The same can be applied for when we're feeling down. So we can start thinking about the past, we can start reliving it, we can start feeling down, and we can start to feel depressed. Now that spiral can work in the opposite way as well. So we can move towards feeling a little shift inside to feeling a bit hopeful, feeling positive, feeling motivated, joyful and happy and so on. So all it is just finding that switch for you that actually flips it from feeling a little bit bad to feeling better, and acknowledging where you are on that spiral, because different tools will work at different times. So for example, if you're feeling really down, you're probably feeling quite lethargic at the same time, because there's always a physical response to that too. So normally where a walk might really shift you when you're feeling a bit flat or a bit bored, or you just need to breathe, when you're feeling really low and lethargic, a walk might not be the right tool. So it's just exploring, and everybody's different. In some cases that might still work for people. So here we're trying to understand who we are, and for me, as much as mindfulness is about being in the now and exploring that, a lot of it through meditation, I like to explore mindfulness as where am I and who am I. It's all about self-awareness for me. If I know myself well, I can pause. That's the living in the now, that's being in the now, recognising what's happening within me, and then try to make a different choice based on that awareness. So the choice might be to think or feel a little bit different, and we'll come on to how to do that. Or it could be an actual decision, something we decide to do or don't do. And again, that comes with a lot of self-acceptance and building your confidence about what's right for you. Because everyone's got their own experiences, so you will get a lot of advice, even from myself here, from your friends, from your family, and it's really up to you to piece together if that resonates with you or not, and for you to make that final decision.